I'm not sure what the buyers at this year's Lexington Selected Sale know about the direction of the U.S. and world economies, but they must be optimistic about the financial future. They were certainly optimistic about the future of this year's crop of yearlings. Hi everyone, I'm John Pavlak. Welcome back to Eye on Harness Racing. The first major yearling sale of the year set a high standard for those that remain on the schedule. This year's Lexington sale was up 11% on average as compared to last year. The second and final week of racing brought excitement from the sport's 3-year-olds and optimism about the current crop of 2-year-olds. The first division of the $486,000 Tattersalls for sophomore colts was won by Alsace Hanover and driver Ron Pierce, who had to work hard to hold off Westward Ho Hanover in 150.
Alsace Hanover is drifting out, but he leads at a length. Shooting the gap is something for Doc. Coming up the rail, Westward Ho Hanover on the outside. Alsace Hanover leads it. Westward Ho Hanover coming on. Alsace Hanover drifting out. Westward Ho Hanover there, very tight. Alsace Hanover appeared to fight off Westward Ho Hanover in 150 flat.
The second division saw Hug-a-Dragon, driven by Yannick Gingras, also win in 150, turning back Up the Credit, who had broken stride earlier in the mile.
Hug-a-Dragon is still there. Up the Credit is 2 lengths away. Coming on the outside is Wind Me Up. Hug-a-Dragon, Wind Me Up is closing in with Roll With It Harry. Hug-a-Dragon almost there. Hug-a-Dragon again.
Bold and Fresh, who this past August won the Hamiltonian Oaks, benefited when the filly Kentucky Futurity winner Cedar Dove made a break behind the gate in their Bluegrass Stakes division. David Miller directed the winner to a 153-1 victory, slightly faster than Seduced by Chocolate's 154-3 win in the other division.
Here comes Bold and Fresh, who is charging hard on the outside, and Bold and Fresh trots right on by to the lead. Lady Andover is racing in second. Late trot from Don't Think Twice. Bold and Fresh holds on to win.
The sport's fastest freshman pacer this year, A Rock and Roll Dance, showed his increasing promise when he won his International Stallion Stakes division with Yannick Gingras in tow. The pair scored in 149-4, although Determinata made the winners do their best.
It's A Rock and Roll Dance. Determinator trying to take a shot at him from the pocket spot. A Rock and Roll Dance. Determinator is coming. Hillbilly Hanover late on the outside. A Rock and Roll Dance. Determinator. A Rock and Roll Dance fights him off in 149-4.
One previously undefeated freshman pacing filly, American Jewel, is now on the sidelines. The talented daughter of American Ideal broke a P1 bone in her right hind leg. The injury was sustained in the International Stallion Stakes on October 7th. American Jewel had won all 8 of her previous starts, and despite the broken bone, it took a world record equaling mile of 150-2 by Big McDeal to defeat her. Ironically, the mile equaled the world record set by American Jewel in the She's a Great Lady earlier this summer.
Big McDeal trying to get by on the outside. American Jewel is full out. Big McDeal trying to surge. American Jewel still there. Big McDeal getting up on the outside. American Jewel and Big McDeal, they hit the wire together. Big McDeal nailed American Jewel.
The surgery was successful and the prognosis is good for American Jewel, who will recuperate at Brittany Farms. She should be able to resume work in about 4 months. At Batavia Downs, fans were treated to the fastest mile in that track's 71-year history when Arakash Hanover won the $40,000 Robert J. Kane Memorial. Driven by Trevor Henry, the 4-year-old Dragon Again horse stalked the leader, Silent Swing, until the field turned for home on their way to a 151-1 mile.
Silent Swing, here comes Erica Shea. Erica Shea Hanover, Trevor Henry going on by. Erica Shea Hanover, 151-1.
While it's wildly popular in France, with races carrying purses of up to $1 million, racing under saddle has enjoyed limited popularity in the United States. It got a big boost, however, this past Saturday night at Yonkers Raceway, which hosted its first race under saddle as part of its Fall Harvest Festival. 7 horses, all ridden by women, raced 9/16 miles and received an approving response from the crowd.
You Go Girl continues dominating here. You Go Girl opening up here. Good battle for second. You Go Girl. And Sarah Wadden wire to wire. Racing under saddle here.
Congratulations to winning rider Sarah Wadden, who rode You Go Girl to a 110 victory. Have you been getting in on the guaranteed money offered by the USTA's Strategic Wagering Program? Offered in cooperation with its member racetracks and Trackmaster, it makes big multi-race wagers more attractive to bettors by ensuring pools are big enough to reward their handicapping efforts. And how's this for attractive? It has been announced that two $100,000 guaranteed pick fours will be offered on the Breeders' Crown card on October 29th at Woodbine Racetrack. Visit handicapping.ustrotting.com to see the full schedule of upcoming guarantees. Download the free past performance page from Trackmaster when they become available. Consult our stable of handicappers and then sharpen both your pencils and handicapping skills to try and win your share. Good luck. I'd like to invite you to join us once again next week for our next edition of Eye on Harness Racing.